Hello guys, this is Franklin again from Frank Tech after a long time. So we today we'll be looking at a way on how to set up your own media server on using your uh, personal laptop, or if you have any other laptop lying around, you can just set it up as your multimedia server like Netflix, Amazon Prime. You can similarly use this to stream your content if you have a lot of content lying around, like on your external drive or so. So to set up this, you will need a program called the Universal Media Server, which is freely available. We'll just download the Universal Media Server. You can download it from their official website. There are different versions available. I'll just download the Windows version. It's downloading. I have the setup already, so I'll just use that one. This is the one. Once the installation is completed, it will ask you to install AviSynth. There is an add-in which allows for multimedia codec, and once that you can install that as well. And once the setup is completed, it will ask you for the amount of RAM to be used for the particular application. I'll select clean install because I had a previous instance installed. Once this is selected, you can keep this as the default. If you want, you can tweak it as per your requirement. This may take a couple of minutes. We'll just wait for the installation. The installation is completed. You can choose to create a desktop shortcut or just run it. I'll create a desktop shortcut and I run it. There will be a splash screen when the application is launched, but now it's asking me to select the language. English is fine. Click on select. Now it's asking me, would you like to run the first time configuration wizard? I'll choose yes, run the wizard. Should UMS start minimized? So whenever you start UMS, it will just launch in the system tray. Do you want it minimized? No, I don't want it to be minimized. Should UMS hide its advanced options? They can be enabled later. By default, it hides its advanced options. We'll select no because we want to configure certain settings. Or should UMS scan shared folders when the program starts? This ensures that the media library folder is up to date. Do you want it to scan the folder that you have added, the media folder, at the when the application launches? So this might hinder a bit of performance while the application is running, but we will do that. Finally, choose a folder to share. You can choose more later on the navigation. So you can select the folder that you want to share on this multimedia server. I'll select my external drive, which has some content like movies and video series. It will take a while to launch. The application is up. We'll just wait for it to complete its configuration or the setup. Okay. It's while it's working, we will go to general media settings. You can enable the splash screen, the logo which displays when the application is being launched. Do you want to start it with when your Windows system boots up? Start minimized. This was asked in the beginning. If you by mistake enable to hide advanced options, you can come here and untick this and then restart the client. It should work fine. And the settings here do tell the functionality it provides. Apart from this, we will just go to transcoding settings. Here you can, by default, Universal Media Server transports the video playback. Any format you play, it converts to a different format and it stores on your local drive on that particular device under a transcode folder. We do not want to do that, because if you are using an Android device, you have options of video players which allows all the formats like VLC or MX player. Instead of this doing the hard work, you can just skip transcoding, so you can just put an MP4 and other stuff. But instead of doing all this, we can just skip transcoding for any extension by going to general settings, edit a UMS configuration file manually, scroll down, scroll towards the section which says transcoding. This, yeah, there it is, transcoding setting. So general settings, we will look for an option called transcoding, skip transcoding. So we do not want to enable transcoding for any file by default. The option should be available. This is language settings. This should be fine. We will go below this. Transcoding general settings, maximum video buffer size. GPU acceleration, transcoding quality, force transcoding. For following extensions, disable all transcoding. So we will just do this. Disable transcoding is equal to true. We will save this, and now we will have to restart the server. Once you do this, it will restart the server, and the transcoding will be disabled. To confirm this, you can just open your VLC media player. Look for universal plug and play. This is the folder, that is your media server. If I double click on it, it might take a while because it's connecting for the first time. Once you have loaded it for the first time, from the next time it should be quicker. This is the one which I mapped. I'll just select Death Note, select it's loading of the content. While this is loading, we can check the web interface. You can just click on web interface, it will load up this site. Now it's loaded Death Note. We will just go to one of the videos, and if you want to know if the transcoding is enabled, you can just scroll towards any section on any of your device. If you see that it's buffering, like it's taking time after certain intervals, then it means that transcoding is enabled. Currently, transcoding at my end is disabled because I am able to scrub through the video content. This should be fine. Video transcoding is disabled. The issue that I came up with was the second time I installed UMS, or the Universal Media Server, I did not see the transcoding settings available in this user interface. Not sure why it didn't load up, but you could find the settings in this file as well, or you can just clean install the application again. Then it should be fine, like I did now, and it's working for me. This doesn't seem to be working. We'll just restart the server. While it's grayed out, it means it's turned off. The color is back, which means it's off. There are many other settings that you can find. You can check on the official Universal Media Server for the description about each of the options that are available, or if you're trying to achieve something, or if you want me to go in depth, you can write a comment below. And there are few other honorable mentions that I would like to tell. One is the Tornado Personal Cloud software. Uh, it has an Android app. It's free for home use. You can try this. This is a very good software that I use. It has a their own Android application. The only downside I stopped using this is because the Android application does not work well with the Fire Stick remote, because Fire Stick doesn't allow controls like a normal Android phone. It needs the remote support. So this doesn't work for me. I stopped using this one. There is one more which is called the Plex Media Server. Uh, it's a paid app, but there is a free version available which has some restrictions. It is very good for managing your multimedia content. Like it gives away, it adds a thumbnail to the movies you have and manages it very well. Uh, the only downside being there are certain limitations where you can't stream with your Android application. And when you play a video, it uses its own video player or the interface, and it doesn't allow you to change the aspect ratio and stuff. So there is a limitation there. I think it allows external media player, but you need to use a paid version. I don't remember exactly. It's been a long time. I visited this. I have been using Universal Media Server. It's been working flawlessly. And for the Android application for Universal Media Server, you can use any media playback or UPnP or DLNA players. It should work fine. The name of the software in the description. You can download that. That's a deprecated application. The developer doesn't support it, but it works well, and it also supports Fire Stick remote. That's uh, that's all for this time. If you want to know, if you have any additional queries about this, or if you want to me to go in depth about this software, Universal Media Server, or any of the other ones like Tornado or Plex, do feel free to comment below, and I'll try to make a video about it. And thank you very much for your time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.